What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Team of the Season Areola. He is the new 89 rated Fulham keeper in the community Team of the Season. He is coming in at a whopping 67,000 coins. I think I got him for 62, so I think he's just dropped down a little bit at the moment. Obviously, I've seen a few people with him, not too many that I'm thinking everybody's switching their keepers right now, because obviously we will be getting a lot of big Team of the Season keepers, 95 plus, well, probably like 92 pluses as we go through each of the major leagues, plus obviously some nice minor leagues. The main thing that I think that really kind of puts him out of everybody's kind of vision to have a look is that he is French, so that is a cracking little link. You got Team of the Season Varane, who potentially could get one. Obviously Mukiele is a great one that you could put as a centre back or right back to link up. Then you've got your likes of your icons, your Desai's, your Blancs. He is a perfect keeper for them sort of links. Obviously you can go for the icon keepers as well, and he is in the Premier League, so stat wise looks actually quite nice. With the basic, he has 96 diving, 91 handling, 91 kicking, 97 reflex, 65 speed and 93 position. So to be honest, I feel like a lot of Team of the Season keepers will be very similar. Obviously there is difference in the traits. He's got comes for crosses, which is normally a big one because that just eliminates one thing in terms of the opponent's attack. If he's managing to come out for the corner quite quickly, and obviously with the trait, that would actually be a very useful one indeed. The one thing that really looks for me is the speed. I feel like that could be a nice ball winner for him because a lot of them are going to have 90 pluses on everything with the basic, but it's mainly that speed that really kind of sets them apart for my personal opinion. So let's jump in. He is 6'5" as well. That is always a nice sign. This year it seems to be tall keepers do quite well. Give or take, there is still some keepers that do well who are not necessarily massive, but let's jump in and see what Areola can do. Areola's going to have his first attack here. Oh, move the keeper just enough, or just not enough at least, to manage to get that save off the go. It's a nice little shot stop. Very easy one to save in my opinion straight off the bat though. The big problem I find with doing keeper reviews is the fact that unless you are literally letting them attack, you don't really get too many clips. Like, you have to go against somebody and you have to find the right opponent, because you just let them have the attack, then more than likely they score it, because you kind of need them to go one-on-one really. And then if they're going one-on-one, predominantly a lot of them do go in. It's just natural. Areola's got to make his bread. Oh, Eto's missed it. Oh, and I've moved the keeper out. My fault. And that's what I mean. Once you do get opportunities in front of goal, it's very difficult to find keepers making that many saves, because the big aim is to not let them even get a shot off. Obviously, that doesn't always happen. But I mean, other than maybe kind of saving the odd really good chance, the likely chance of you finding somebody in probably 3-4 matches where you find a save that is like, okay, world class, it's going to be just kind of a pop shot attempts. It's going to be maybe round the keeper sort of movements like that with Eto. The keeper came out a little bit too much. Obviously my fault entirely from pressing wide too much, but again, it was always going in once Eto had hit the crossbar and it gone back to him. Areola's got to come for that. Gets the little touch. Easy work, light work, very nice and pacey. It's what we like to see from our keepers. Scare him with a little bit of an Areola push. Doesn't manage to get to it. We're going to play it out from him. Get that little pass on the go. He's really done not much bar from not save that first one. Eto's closing in. Beautiful challenge. It's good to have some very, very nice centre-backs here. Comes for cross. Okay, Roberto Carlos is not going to get the memo. Just chest the ball. That's where Areola makes his bread. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. I was hoping that wouldn't go in. Everybody else is blocking it, but it doesn't seem that was going to ever go in, to be honest. A very audacious attempt. It just looks very close just because it hit the top end of the crossbar. What we're going to try and do is almost let him have some attacks just to see what Areola can do at the moment. It was just very, very basic from him in terms of, yes, last game, every chance that they had was Eto going through on goal one-on-one. And to be honest, if I'm paying that much for Eto, I'd be expecting quite a lot. Beautiful, beautiful little wall save there from Areola straight off the bat. That's what we want to see. And I'm interested, how far can he kick it? I know this is not really the time. It's normally when it's in his hands. It's a good kick, though. It's Obviously, he's got 90 plus, obviously, but not a bad start from him. Beautiful save from Areola. Finally, we get something, and then it's just taken away from us. Honestly, I don't know with keepers. I think it not necessarily doesn't matter, because obviously it does. Otherwise, everyone would have bronze keepers in nets. But, or can we? Oh, look at this. That's a penalty. But it really just is a shame for it. I feel like the keepers don't necessarily make too much of a difference. They obviously, like I said, they obviously do. But in terms of Areola, I feel like he's going to be one that's just nice to have in your team. It's more of a team of the season, and that's it. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. Oh, here we go. Ah, we tried it. We tried it. Let's have a look at Areola's kicking then. Just want to see what we're all about. That's a nice kick straight down the line. Very much like an Edison. I felt like his kicking is quite good as well. Always puts the defenders under pressure, especially if you get that counter and they don't know who's back or where they could actually pass to. So it's going to be an interesting one with that. In general, so far, I don't know if I've seen much difference. I feel like I'd probably prefer my All Black, if anything. Obviously, he is a few ratings higher as well, but there will be more keepers out. I'm unsure who's actually getting it for the Prem, if it is an Allison team of the season or somebody else, maybe like an Edison. To be honest, he's probably had one of the better seasons, and I think they normally do 2 keepers, to be fair, but they may actually only just do 1, because obviously they do have a major and minor league. So it'd be interesting to see what they're all about. We may have to come up with a different tactic on how to review them, because it's just very difficult when trying to unnaturally let them shoot, because more than likely they're going to score. We've seen multiple attempts. This guy is absolutely atrocious, and he's got 4 in just because obviously you're just attacking. You're letting him attack, basically, and as soon as you let them attack, you can't really not save it. You haven't got that ability. You have the ability to tackle and to defend, but when it comes to actually attacking, the defense, it just doesn't work out, and more than likely they're going to end up scoring, because it's almost like a one-on-one every time. So then, going into Areola's overall review, I think the way I'm going to do them next time, for next league, obviously the major, minor, I'm going to put them into the Foot Champs team for X amount of games and kind of get the clips from there, because we get them more natural then. As I'm playing, I can commentate to some extent what Areola's like, and for instance, say if he's in 10 Foot Champs games, obviously then we can get that out, and it's just a bit more clips, because with the keepers I like to see them more in their natural kind of saves, whereas when I'm trying to actually get a review done, you kind of see the unnatural side of it. Maybe I concede more because I'm trying to let them get the shot off, which normally I'd say a good 8 to 9 times out of 10 ends up in a goal if you are letting them have that space. We've got teams now that just are cracked, and if you give him an inch, he will take it. So for me, I think it's a learning curve for this one. I think keepers are always that one that I'm really struggling with, because you can get players out in 1, 2, 3, 4 matches quite easily, depending on who leaves and who stays. But with keepers, it is all dependent on you're not absolutely trouncing the person and he cannot get a shot in edgeways, or he isn't too good, because honestly there is times where you just can't seem to stop him scoring anything but goals. But Areola, for me, to start with, if I was kind of just projecting how well he is, I'd say he's probably up there with some decent keepers. I think he's mainly only 65,000 coins due to the fact he's got a dynamic at French, Prem, and is obviously a team of the season. Other than that, I think as a card, there's loads like him. Edison could do the same job. Oblak, I really enjoy. Obviously, I played a lot of matches with him as well, so that is just naturally that I would go towards him rather than changing my keeper. But I think he is more of a kind of just a show keeper. He's not necessarily one that people think, like a Pope, that is just next level for whatever reason. It just is. But Areola, for me, not bad. I would put him probably at about above average in terms of keepers. I'd give him a solid 8.4 out of 10. Let me know down below what you think about Areola, if you have got him or want him in your team. I'd absolutely take a red Areola. I'd take any red major team of the seasons at this point. Make sure you like and subscribe though, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.